Lok Sau, or the rolling hands drill, is beneficial for students of all levels. In the early stages of training, it is useful for learning simple and effective responses to gross actions, which trains students to respond quickly and instinctively to attacks, eliminates hesitation in reacting, and gives a better chance for success in dealing with what's thrown at you. However, as students become more experienced, they have the opportunity to concentrate less on reacting to what they feel as a beginner would, and to react more to what they see by looking for gaps, openings, and windows of opportunity for striking, using superior timing to exploit these, and to use their greater experience to focus on multiple follow-ups to make the most of these windows of opportunity. Let's look at some simple ways students can do this. A good starting point for those used to intermediate level Lok Sau may be to work with attacks and defences you already know and to refine them using more sophisticated footwork and striking. For example, take a side attack to the neck. Early on in training, students stop the attack with a Pak Sau and then immediately strike off without worrying about footwork. This way of doing it is fine as it teaches some important principles. A. To prioritise stopping the attack. B. When you're free to strike, do so. And C. When caught inside the arm, always immediately strike off before they throw their other hand. This old footage of me and Adam demonstrates point C well. Adam launches a side attack so I'm forced to block inside the arm, then automatically strike off immediately, which was just as well as he was launching his other arm, and this blocks his other arm. However, a more advanced student who has these skills down can start to refine the footwork using slipping or pivoting as Pete is doing here, and think about multiple follow-ups. You can look for ways to refine or do new or multiple follow-ups to the other basic attacks. For instance, against a straight attack you can trap as usual, but work on refining the technique, crossing the arms wider, using your body weight to drive your partner's wrists to their hips with acceleration. You can also look for other kinds of traps like the one shown here, or slip and punch. Advanced students can also play more with bong sau, so you can punch underneath your own bong like here. Of course, make sure that your bong is monitoring your opponent's arms. If your partner does bong Laap chop, you can block the chop, make it go spent, and then strike underneath it. You can bong Laap, and then when they block, hit through the middle. If they overcompensate in blocking it, it gives you a chance to do another bong Laap, or you can exploit them in some other way. After you've evolved things you've already trained, new dimensions to Lok Sau can be opened up by looking for things you haven't. Namely, looking for inherent weaknesses in the shapes used to form the role and exploiting these. Possibly the best example of this would be the bong Sau. By its very nature, unless it is already smothering an opponent's arm, there will be a space underneath it into which your partner can strike. So from the roll, as they raise the elbow, you have the opportunity to hit under it. Practicing this hones your timing, as if you try to strike once the elbow is in a raised position, they can easily lower it to block the attack. Therefore, the nuance is in finding the right time during the raising of the elbow to launch your strike. You can also feign a low strike, encouraging them to drop their elbow, which you can then strike over. Conversely, when you form bong yourself, you can hit over their low arm with your free hand. You can also use your own bong to search for weaknesses in your partner's grip. If they're not monitoring your wrist effectively, you can push your bong through their grip using a rising mun sau. Once you've become comfortable with all those concepts, you can also begin to do Lok Sau with footwork, where you're both stepping off and off the change, and must mirror each other. Combining the footwork together with all the other ideas in Lok Sau should provide a good challenge for Wing Chun students of any level.